What is up, my YouTube friends? It is awesome to see you guys tonight. I'm pretty excited. I hope you're as excited as I am. We're going to kick off this live stream and have a bit of fun. It is really awesome to see everyone out there. Let me know in the chat where the heck you're from, because, you know, it's always good to see people all over the place coming and hanging out here to ask their live stream questions. That's what makes this so much fun. Man, it was an early day. Actually, Tech Examined Michael T. Panetta came down here and hung out with me today to film some content for you guys, which is awesome. I really did appreciate it. We had a lot of fun and even got a video done, which is, you know, sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But we got folks from Orlando, Florida, which is a good place to be because the weather here sucks. Jeremy is from Orlando. Oh, Mexico City. Sweet. Look at that. I can't pronounce your name, but, you know, we're going to go with it. Ohio. Sweet. Oh, man. Australia. That's fantastic. Switzerland. Wow, in Geneva, Switzerland. So there's folks from everywhere. Arkansas. Nice. Or Arkansas, depending upon where you're from, I suppose. Canada, Calgary, sweet. India, nice. Yes. Yes, Sandy's from Canada. Breezy Gaming is from the great state of Texas. Sweet. Romania, look at that. MK Tank from Romania. Holy mackerel, that is awesome. From Israel right here. Sweet. Sweet. That's awesome. Thank you so much for letting me know where you guys are from. We are from the East Coast of the United States, somewhere not too terribly far from Philadelphia. So it is a good place to be when it's warm. It's not a great place to be now because it's cold. Look at that. Luke the Gamer's from Nigeria. Get the heck out. Look at that. Pure Class from the UK. Nice. Malaysia. Holy mackerel. Megatron from Malaysia. So we have people from every continent in here. That's amazing. That's amazing. Let's go over and say hi to Monica and see what we've got going on over there for sure while I get this all set up. Let's go over here. Hey, babe.
Hey.
How is your evening? I've got the sticker sticking. There we go. Now you're good. How are you?
Good. Good. Had a
You
good
ready
day
to
today.
do this tonight?
I think so. We're ready to get going.
I think we're just about ready. We'll see. You know, don't rush me. I
All
wanted
right,
to.
not rushing.
Do we have any questions in the question bin so far?
We have 11 questions in the question bin so far.
Look at that. Tim Quinn was raised in Lancaster, PA.
Yeah.
Home of the Amish folk. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a really neat place to visit, Amish country, if you've never been there. It's pretty crazy. Mercer, PA. Look at that, Blue-Eyed Skadee. Awesome. That is fantastic. Simplicity says hello to Monica.
Hello,
Simplicity is one of our... Simplicity and Blue-Eyed Skadee and Trevor Bagnell in here from the members group. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. There might be folks in the audience interested in becoming a member, so let me go over and talk about how that works. So I have a couple of tiers of my membership program, shockingly, like everyone else on the planet. And they're listed right here. You can support the stream and the channel and help me continue to make content that helps you guys become better live streamers. For $2.99 a month, you get some really cool emotes and that sort of stuff in chat. And it's just a great way to say thank you. The Streamer Squad gives you access to our Discord, and we have all kinds of cool discussions and conversations going on the Discord all the time about different things that are involved with live streaming and YouTube and life. So it's a lot of fun. If you're interested in joining the Discord, you could become a member of the Streamer Squad and hang out with us over there. The Streamer Squad Masters is a program headed by myself and Michael Panetta, Tech Examined, where we try to help people become better YouTubers. If you have noticed the success on my channel over the last 2 years, we work towards telling people the information that it took for me to figure out how to grow my channel the way I have. And if you're interested in that sort of information, well, the Streamer Squad Masters program is for you. So don't hesitate. There is a link down below in the description, or yeah, there's a link right down below the video. If you're interested in becoming a member, pop on there and check it out. I really do appreciate it for those of you who have the means to help support the channel. Thank you guys so much. Let's go get our first question, or see if we have any questions, because maybe there's not a lot of questions tonight. By the way, the questions are going to start to be curated. We're getting literally hundreds of questions, so we have somebody in the background who's going to be checking to make sure that the questions aren't specifically related to your equipment, because I can't answer questions about equipment that I don't have. We're looking for live streaming questions where you're having a problem doing this or you're having a problem doing that. If that problem is related to something I need to know your specific hardware or equipment for, you're probably not going to get a good answer from me because generally speaking, I don't have everyone's equipment. You know, if you're looking for general specs for live streaming so that you can perform the kind of live stream that I do, it doesn't take much. I'm using a 6 or 7 year old PC that has, you know, a very, very basic stuff. It's got 16 gigs of RAM. It's an i7 5930K, and it has an NVIDIA graphics card that is a 970, which literally hasn't been made for more than 3 years. So if you know anything about old hardware, that tells you what I run my stream on. You don't have to have a supercomputer to be a live streamer. You just have to understand what the right equipment is, and pretty much anything above what that is right there is going to serve your purpose just fine. I'm actually in the process of trying to upgrade, but as most of you probably know by now, getting a hold of graphics cards and other pieces of equipment to help you live stream better is becoming more and more difficult. So let's go get some questions. I'm ready for some questions. All right, babe, what do we got?
You ready?
How
You ready?
are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good.
You're still doing good then?
I'm still, yeah, since the last 5 minutes when you asked me, yeah, I'm still doing good. But I do want to make a comment because there are some people in the chat asking how the cat is doing. Right now, the cat has had his treats, he's had his food, and he is actually under a nice warm blanket sleeping. So he's very happy
Yes.
and content right now. Whether he stays there throughout the entire stream is another story. So he might make an appearance later, but right now he's all nice and cozy and well taken care of. So he's really good. But thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
Yes, when we neglect to do treats before streams, he
That's when
gets
he's all up
he
in
gets
here.
unhappy. Yeah, he gets unhappy. Treats before stream, everything's clean. So there you go. I work the same way, by the way. If I don't get my treats before the stream, I get angry. I can get the angry face on. All right, Dimebag Darren's in the house. Hello, Dimebag. It's awesome to see you. All right, let's do this. Do we have any questions?
We
Do we have any questions?
We are up to 13 questions already in the queue.
Wow. That's a lot of questions.
That's a lot of questions. It's a lot of questions to start.
Let's do it.
We're going to get some more. Okay, our first question, excuse me, is from Christian Nicolescu.
Hello, Christian.
He says, I just added Stream Elements alerts to my scenes, but I cannot get the audio alerts to work. I tried both using the control audio via OBS on and off and still didn't work. Do you have any idea why this might be happening?
Well, let's see. I'm going to flip over here to my tutorial screen, and we're going to take a quick look. I also have my Stream Elements up here. Let's go over to my Stream Elements, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this tab here so that we can pop in and we could pop in here, and that's great. Thanks for making sure that was on there. We're going to pop in here, and we're going to go to our streaming tools, and we're going to check our overlays. And what I'm going to do here is we're just going to go into let's do our full our full screen overlay. I wonder if it's still here. Full screen demo overlay. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the video on my full screen overlay, let me show you what it does. And there we go. There is an audio component to this overlay. So we're going to see if we can get it to play in our OBS test here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the plus. I am going to go to my browser. And then we're going to click OK. And what I didn't do is go over here. And what I want to do is turn off this so we're not getting the desktop audio from it. And I'm going to click this so we get the link. We're going to come back over here. And we're going to apply that link right in here to our browser source. And this one is 1920 by 1080. And I want to click Control Audio via OBS. So that'll send the audio source to our OBS. And we want this in front because it is a green screen source. So what I'm going to do is right click, go to Filters, and I'm just going to add a chroma key to this really quick so it works properly right out of the gate. And it just does a standard chroma key. And I'm also going to go ahead and add a video capture device in here underneath my thing so that we can see. Oh, and look at, we're all monkeyed out. We're all monkeyed out. I didn't even know we monkeyed out until we saw that we monkeyed out. There we go. All right, so we now have that in there. I'm going to move that below my browser source, and I'm going to split my screen here. We'll pop that in there. We'll pop this in here, and I'm just going to emulate, and we're going to see if we get audio from that. Boom, and yes, we're getting audio from our browser source. So audio definitely works. If you have a question about how to set it up, that is the exact way that I set mine up. If you are maybe missing a step or something like that, that could be the cause of your problem. But I don't know exactly what is causing your problem. I just know that this actually works if you have audio set up. Now, it could be an option in your settings. So when you go in, let's go into my subscriber alert. You know, I don't have an uploaded sound because my my video has the sound. So I just leave that blank. But if your video or whatever doesn't have sound, well, then you might have to change that and adjust it so that you actually have audio with your alert. So there you go. And it looks like we might be whisked off here in a moment, assuming that my alerts are actually working. There we go. Yeah. Thank you so much, FWTB Gaming, who says, "Hi, I just wanted to say thanks. Never live streamed before this week, but got all the info needed from your vids to do this." TB, and let me go. It flipped me off there pretty quick. I don't like it when it flips me off. FWTB Gaming, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And I really love to hear that folks that never live streamed before are tossing their hat in the ring to go out there and do it. Just make sure that you're entertaining when you live stream. You have fun. You do lots of different things. You try to push the envelope, and you're going to have a great time. I'm going to have a bunch of videos coming up in the next week or two that are just going to blow your mind. We're going to show you all kinds of effects that go even beyond the face effects and the things like that I do on this stream. And we're even going to see if we can't work in some YouTube channel loyalty kind of things into the stream, which a lot of people think are impossible, but I think that we can find a way to actually make it happen. So thank you, FWTB Gaming. I really do appreciate it. And we should dance a little bit. We can't just, you know, well, boy, this music is kind of low, I think. We should, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo. Getting it. Nikki, seems to your keyboard is stuck, my friend. Unstick it. All right, let's go over here and finish up with the little tutorial here. So basically, as we saw there, it does work when we use it. Hopefully, you will find something in my little process that I just showed you that says, hey, oh, I forgot to do that or whatever, and maybe it'll help you. But definitely check to make sure that the actual alert that you're using has audio, because if it doesn't, Well, that's a thing. And I also want to show you one little trick. So if you go into your overlays, and now look at that, I've got a million things up here. You want to kind of click your mute button, because if you don't, that means that if there is audio in those overlays, it's going to play through your speakers or through your headphone, and you're going to be forced to listen to it all the time, whereas you probably just want it playing through the streams, which is why you're clicking that little box to play it when it's active. So just keep that in mind, and you should be good to go, I hope. Maybe not. Maybe not. All right, let's go and get another question here. If I can stop messing around with my key stuffs. All right. So there we go. That was a good question. All right. So what you got? You're stuck?
I'm not stuck. Why?
I don't know, like you weren't really moving.
No, I wasn't really moving.
No.
So what are you doing? What are you doing?
What am I doing? Well, I'm just looking at you. 'Cause you're so foxy.
Foxy. What is this? The 60s?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So, do we have any more questions?
We have questions. Are you going to try to answer some questions?
No, let's go ahead. I'm switched back now. Let's get to these questions, babe, before we get 90 questions in the queue and
Yeah. And we're not caught up. Okay. I actually have some questions here. The requester is Shaker Crew, and
hello,
asked
Shaker Crew.
Questions. So I'm going to ask
Three.
Two of the questions pertain to each other. So I'll ask those two first, and then I'll come back to the next one.
Okay.
First question is what snap camera filters do you use, and how do you use the snap camera filter without it glitching?
Well, the key there, let's go over to my tutorial screen here. The key to use your snap camera without it glitching is to have a graphics card in your machine that is reasonably decent. I don't get a lot of glitches, and for those of you who want to know which snap camera filters I use, you can see the list right here. I've got the green screen one, pink hair. All these are ones that I use on a relatively consistent basis. I found some new ones that I didn't work into the stream just yet that I really like, and I know this is a favorite of Trevor. Trevor is a big fan of the donkey, so there we go with that. But I have a few. I mean, I like the Mr. Claus. I'd like to work them in more. I also like to be the deer, but you know, it's kind of out of season right now. So we just kind of go with the Lady Gaga. I want to work this one into the mix a little more. I think this one's a lot of fun. And let's face it, I rock this look pretty well. So there is that, you know? I wonder if the glasses come off. There we look at that. Look at that, you know? So but here is if you need to go back and find the name of one of the ones I use. Like, I know a lot of people are always asking about this one. It's called Anime Style. I love this one. I think this one's gorgeous, but it also takes a graphics card to work. If you're using a laptop that has integrated graphics and you're struggling, that probably answers your question. And of course, I really like this one because he's awesome. This is one of my faves right here because, dude, I rock this look pretty well too, man. So yeah, those are the ones that I use a lot. I think this is a fantastic one. I love this one. So if you're looking for the names, you can go back and scroll through this little thing here, and it will give you the names of the filters that I use on a relatively regular basis so that you can check them out for yourself. That's kind of what I did when I found this stuff too. I looked at other stuff and tried to figure out what filters they were using. And there we go. So let's go get the rest of the questions. All right. What else we got?
Of the question. The remaining question from Shaker Crew is, how do you get consistent people on a stream?
Okay. Well, let's go over here to the main screen. Now, I don't know what you mean by consistent people. You mean like people that go to the bathroom regularly? Because I don't have any way to know that. I'm just just from, you know, I don't have any way to know if someone's regular. What I do know is that to get consistent viewers, the best thing you can do is interact with them in the chat or offer them information that they really want. So they come to your stream to get the information. In my particular case, I try to entertain. I try to interact with the chat a lot, but I also try to make sure that I offer the opportunity for people to ask me questions directly that maybe they've been waiting for a video or something like that. And, you know, or they just have a specific question like, well, this isn't working quite right for me. Can you show it again or something like that? So the key to just keeping consistent viewership is really honestly just to deliver an entertaining product that you interact with your audience in and provide them information that they're really looking for. And if you do that, you're going to be in pretty good shape. You're going to be in pretty good shape. Let's go get another question. Thanks for that one. Okay. All right, what do we got?
Okay, we have 2 questions from We Want Picks.
Oh. Well, hello, We Want Picks.
I will ask these as 2 separate also. Okay, the first one is a bit long, so just bear with me. We break down, excuse me, UFC fights every week. On Saturdays, yeah, I know. On Saturdays before the fights, I go live to talk about each fight and ask the audience who they think wins. What is the easiest and nicest way to keep track of my audience picks? I don't mind doing prep work like having images ready. I could write a list as I go, but how could I make that look nice? I use OBS and Melon depending on the stream. Okay,
let's go over here and we're going to go on to the tutorial screen. So believe it or not, YouTube has a way that you can add, and let me see. YouTube's probably not the easiest way to do it, but I think you can actually add polls into your live stream. So this is really honestly going to depend whether you want your audience, whether you want to know specific names of people who voted for one fighter over the other, or whether you just want there to be a poll that basically outlines who your audience thinks is going to win and lose. And I think you're probably looking for just a poll that people are going to be able to determine who they want to win or lose. And you can do polls through, there's a couple of different ways you can do it, actually. I'm trying to think. I don't know if there's an overlay for a poll. Let's create a new one here just for fun, and let's check and see. Let's see. Oh my.
Lisa. Lisa. Oh, for God's sakes. Lisa just became a member. Thank you so much. That we get to listen to some rockin' tunes. Yes. Somebody missed the name. It's Doro Lisa. Probably. I can't actually find it in the chat here. Am I missing it? Doggone it. Well, thank you so much, Doro Lisa. Maybe the chat's waiting to catch up on it. I can't find it. But we're gonna rock out anyways. Yeah. Thank you, Doro Lisa, for joining the membership program and becoming yet another one of the people that I get to put your names on regularly. Yes. Thank you.
All right, that was sweet. Yeah, it would be nice if they would actually put in the thing, but you know, they might not even be in the stream. People do become members when they're not in the stream, and then it may just not tell you. I don't know. It's really hard to say, but thank you so much, Doro Lisa. If you are in the chat, please say hi, so we know you exist. Okay, so basically, let's see. Yes, I absolutely know what you mean, and I believe. Oh my gosh!
Zaza! has become a member. Welcome to the membership program. Unfortunately, it's not actually telling me in the chat what sort of member you became, but I do thank you for becoming a member, and you can actually just let me know in the chat so I can welcome you. Plus, we just wanted to listen to this a little better. Well, because I have no way to know, once that thingy disappears, what the actual person was. And that's weird. Yeah. And a squeaky chair. The alert could be malfunctioning, Trevor. But we're having fun with it either way. Alright, let's go try to finish up this question.
You know, there's only so much fun that a human being can have in one night, and I'm going to try to push the envelope tonight. All right, so, oh, you know what that is? That's me pushing the member event thing. Because I'm a moron. Oh. Nature Techniques did become a super supporter. Thank you so much, Nature Techniques. And I really need
to do it right. With the right thing. You know what? I triggered that on my own. Multiple times, but there it is. There it is. There it is. There, yep. Thank you, Nature Techniques, for becoming a super supporter. Yes. How many people are in there going, do I really need to hear this again? The answer is yes. Yes, the chair is live also. Welcome to the Chair Squeak stream. Yes, my sidekick. You're my sidekick, Mr. Chair.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay. So I won't press the member event anymore because I'm a moron. We're gonna go in here and where my voice is on. Yay! See, this is why
we have live producers to help me know when my voice is on. Subscriber sponsors. Here, merchandise goals, alerts. I know there's, so we might have to go over to the evil, Streamlabs to check it out. I know there's a way to put a poll that you can have displayed on your screen and do it in the chat. And Simplicity just upped her membership for 5 months already. I can't believe it's been 5 months already. It says, I thought, yeah, Simplicity says, I thought I was the goofball and moron on YouTube, but Mike, you're hilarious. I've met my match. Well, thank you so much. I try to be a goofball and a moron. Let's go to Streamlabs here for a second, and I'm gonna switch to my main screen so we don't need to flash my my login stuff again, because that's always fun. I know how much you guys like to see me logging into accounts, but yeah, it's you know. It's one of those things. So we're going to come back over here to the tutorial screen, and we're going to go into the CloudBot. And on the CloudBot, you can see right here you've got polls. So basically how the polls work is, you know, you can put in your fighter's name or which fight it is on the card. So and so. Let's see. Is that not going to type for me now? Oh, wait, you got to go to settings and profile settings. So basically you could create polls in here, and then what you do is you could go ahead and open the poll, push it live. It will be in your chat. It will say, obviously you have to have your chat bot on. I don't have my chat bot on. You put your chat bot on, you take this right here, this link right here, and you put him in there as a moderator on your stream. And then you can go in here and you can add polls. And then when you open the poll, it's going to go into your chat and say, hey, here is the poll. You can vote, you know, yes, A, Z, no, however you want to set it up, or vote A for fighter 1 and vote B for fighter 2. And then it's going to calculate that, and you can get the information right in your chat as to who's winning, what the percentages are. And it's a lot of fun because it adds all kinds of cool participation to your chat. So all you have to do is go into polls and set these up. Oh, there it is. So if I go back, I can add a poll. And then, you know, the title can be, who's going to win this fight? And then there you go. And then you put in your options and your commands. And then as long as you have CloudBot in as a moderator on your stream and it's turned on up here, then you just push those polls live. And you can see right here, you can create as many polls as you want. You just push them live whenever you want throughout your stream. And then you have that really cool thing in your chat keeping track of which person they think is going to win. And actually, that sounds like a really fun stream. So I'm going to have Monica take your name down so we can go check that out, because believe it or not, both Monica and I are big UFC fans. So I would love to see that. Let's go get another question. That was an awesome question. I'm sorry it took me a little while to get there because I'm a moron. Yeah. All right. Let's get another question, beautiful.
Okay. I just We Want Picks has a second question, so I'm going to ask that. Do you think a subscriber-only live chat is good or bad for growth?
Subscriber-only live chat is good or bad for growth? Okay, this is a good question. So, you know, honestly, let's go to the main screen. Honestly, when you're getting started, if you're trying to grow a community of people that are just, you know, in your stream, interacting, having fun, being themselves, doing all that stuff, you want to keep a tight ship. You want to make sure that your moderators are watching, you know, what people are saying so nothing gets out of hand and somebody gets timed out if they get out of control. But other than that, you should be fine. Do I think that like a subscriber-only chat or something like that can really drive that sort of thing? I think if it's led by something else. So in other words, some of the podcasts that I listen to have like programs that are off of YouTube that you can become a member of. I listen to some fantasy football podcasts, and they have, you know, a Patreon where you can go become a member of the Patreon, and then they have live streams that are specifically for those guys where they talk about different aspects of fantasy football, or they offer one podcast or live stream a week that they interact. And I think those kind of perks, especially for, you know, a channel like yours that's doing UFC content, I think, you know, making those viewers feel special or allowing those viewers to have a little more access to you is a good thing. It's one of the reasons why we have the streamer squad here, so that those folks get access to Discord and all kinds of crazy, goofy, fun conversation over there and whatever else happens. So it's definitely something that I think can drive, you know, attention to your channel and definitely drive part of the membership program. As far as like a subscriber only chat, I don't know. I never tried that. It's nice I don't think that having subscribers only able to chat in your chat is one of those things that's really going to drive people to subscribe. They're going to come there and they're going to try to type, and it's going to tell them, sorry, you got to be a subscriber. And people who aren't going to subscribe are just not going to subscribe. That doesn't necessarily mean that they won't become members or they won't become patrons on Patreon or whatever. Some people just don't want to subscribe on YouTube. So there is that thing that you always have to kind of keep in mind. Some people don't want to use log in on Google at all because they just don't like Google, or they're afraid to be tracked. So there's always that kind of thing that could happen, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they won't become a part of your membership program if you have something on Patreon or something like that. So hopefully that makes sense. And yeah, hopefully that helps you out. That's actually a great question. I never really considered stuff like that too much. All right, what you got?
Okay. I actually have a pretty simple question for you. This one is from Breezy Gaming,
Well, hello, Breezy Gaming.
wanting to know, what camera do you use?
Well, yes, this is a good question. So let me go over here. The camera right there that I use is a Sony a6500. Man, I was just looking because I was thinking about getting another one. And even used prices for this camera are kind of stupid at the moment. But the a6400 and the a6600 are much more widely available. And so you can get so you can get those for a much more reasonable price, and I like them. Everything that I use plugs into that camera, so it goes from the camera into a cam link that goes into the computer, and it makes my life easy because I never have to worry about fiddling around with audio sync or anything like that. So I love it. I would definitely recommend this particular camera, but there are a lot of other options that other people use. But if you like this look, there you go. You know, honestly, the look of some of these has as much to do with the lens that you use as anything else. I use a pretty cheap 25 or 35 millimeter kit lens, so it's nothing special. And I wouldn't even have this camera if it wasn't for the kindness of Michael from Tech Examined way back in the day. He decided he wanted to upgrade. He gave me a really great deal on this camera when I wasn't making a single dime. So sometimes you just gotta you know, talk to people you know, and maybe they have something, maybe they're ready to upgrade, and they can help you out. The gear doesn't actually matter half as much as the person behind the camera doing the work and entertaining as well. So just keep that in mind as well. Don't get trapped in the I need better gear thing, for sure. Let's go get another question. All right, babe, what do we got?
All right, we have our next question is from Trev B. Hey, Trevor.
Hello, Trevor.
Okay, do you find
Trevor,
it's
as a member of the Masters program, by the way, we had our first session last night, and it went awesome. I'm so excited to see what they do. Oh, man. It's going to be awesome.
Trevor's question is, do you find that Snap Camera makes a color change versus the base camera image? I use an HDMI splitter to USB input for my main camera. The HDMI signal from the camera is intact to the computer as the main camera, and the USB output is fed to Snap Camera. The splitter encoder is a cheap one, so I suspect the color change is because of the splitter encoder and not the Snap Camera itself.
Ooh, this is an interesting question. Let's go over here to the tutorial page and bring it up. And I gotta say, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't really think that there's too much of a color shift on this from what I get with my regular camera. The flip side to that is I would say that I haven't used my regular just camera output, not going through Snap Camera in such a long time that I don't remember. I do know that sometimes the filters will change the background, but if you notice, they're not really, they're not really changing the background too much. Let me see one that doesn't actually mess with the background. Something like this. I don't notice anything changing in the background at all when I apply a filter. The background seems to remain exactly the same. So if you mean when you apply the filter, the background changes, then that might actually be that conversion card. But if you mean when you use Snap Camera as opposed to direct input from your camera, I never noticed any difference. So it could very well be the card that you're using. But again, I'm not super perceptive about that sort of stuff as long as it looks pretty good. Since I've been trying to apply a filter so that Snap Camera looks closer to my camera. Well, I can tell you this. It's close enough on my computer that I never noticed a difference. So it could just be that cheap card that you're using. Because it's definitely close enough that I never noticed any significant difference. All right, hopefully that answers your question, Trevor, and thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Let's go get another one.
Okay. Okay, this one comes from Daily Gab with Gav.
Hello, Daily Gab with Gav.
Can I control Snap Camera with my Stream Deck?
Absolutely. Let's go over here. And you know what? I'm going to go over to the tutorial screen, and I'm just going to bring up my Stream Deck. It's going to be fun. And you can see right on here, these are for the donation levels that I have. If we go into faces, you can see that I have all of my faces in here so that they can be controlled directly from my Stream Deck. So if I go in here, you can see that I just put the hotkey in there that I'm using directly from Snap Camera, and I can click it to turn it on, click it to turn it off, and we're all set. So yes, you absolutely can use your Stream Deck for your Snap Camera stuff, and I love it because you can do you can do a lot more than that. You can have it timed up so it switches throughout the stream. You can do all kinds of really, really fun stuff. So I love my Stream Deck. If you guys don't know about the Stream Deck or you haven't used it, you can definitely. I put out a video recently on the Stream Deck that you could check out that shows you how I set up my filters, how I actually use different stuff to do a string of things that kick off the beginning of my stream and stuff like that. So it is really, really cool stuff. Definitely check it out. And I know that it's not free like Touch Portal, but the user interface and all the stuff that you get that's integrated into it is worth the one-time fee of whatever it is. They update the software all the time. So, what is that? All right, so let's go and let's go get another question. I don't know where that noise came from. All right, babe.
Well, it
What you
wasn't
got?
me. Okay, the next question comes from Simplicity ASMR. Hey, Simplicity. Okay, she says, when I upload a video on YouTube, I have to convert the video to the MP4 format. Should I do the same if I upload a video on YouTube on my iPhone? And if so, what's the best video converter for an iPhone when I'm uploading a 20-minute or longer video?
Interesting. Okay, so back in the day when I used to travel a lot, I did a lot of mobile uploads to YouTube. A lot of mobile uploads. Because a lot of times I did camping and that sort of stuff, so I didn't have access to plugging in my computer and things like that. So I would have to basically walk around with my phone looking for the best signal to upload this stuff. With that being said, if you're editing, you're still going to want to probably do that, or at least if you're editing with any kind of quality in mind, you're probably still going to want to do that through a laptop or something. And that's another good reason that I use my Mac solely and exclusively for editing. I would edit on my Mac all the video content that I took for that day and then export it. It has filters right in the export for the software that I'm using that would export it for exactly what YouTube is looking for, and then I just transfer that to my phone. As you know, it's super easy to transfer files from your Mac to your iPhone. So you just click transfer, you move it over, and then I uploaded it. And generally speaking, that's what I would do. I don't know of any file conversion software that specifically works on an iPhone, and I haven't done editing physically on an iPhone in a long time, so I don't even know which one of those exists. But I'm assuming that if you're doing the editing on the iPhone and that's why you're uploading from there, you want to probably just see what the export settings are, and maybe you can actually just change it to MP4 directly from there. So when it encodes the actual video, it's MP4. It is the format that it's looking for. And that would be my recommendation, would be to try to find editing software, if you are editing on your phone or something like that, that actually will just export it in MP4. You're going to get the best results with that over any kind of conversion software. And I certainly haven't heard of any. So I don't know if that's going to help you out, Simplicity. I know that sometimes when you're in situations like that, you just got to make the best with what you have. I certainly did it for a long time. But that was my method. I was filming with my phone. I would airdrop all of the files from my phone to my computer. I would edit it up on my little Mac laptop, and then I would send it back to my phone and upload it to YouTube. So that's kind of what my process was, and then I'd walk around looking like a moron with my cell phone held out, trying to find the best signal so it would get uploaded in time. Oh, those were the days. Thank you, Simplicity. Let's get another question. All right, babe, what do you got?
This question comes from Luke the Gamer.
Hello, Luke the Gamer.
How do I connect multiple cameras of my phone to OBS wireless with no lag, and you can see the preview before showing one of the two cameras on OBS?
What? I know why. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me get back into it. So if you're looking for a, yeah, I muted myself because I coughed and then I just didn't uncough. So there you go. So if you're looking for something that's going to be wireless without any latency or lag, it just doesn't exist. It doesn't matter how strong your network is. Things that go with wireless take a little longer. There are applications out there. In fact, I'm going to be doing an application on how you can get your cell phone into your OBS as a camera, and even use multiple cell phones into your OBS as a camera. That works really, really well. That video, I believe, is going to, I think it's probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks away, but I'm really excited about it. There was a third part to that question. What was, the preview piece. Yeah, so let me go into my OBS over here on the other side and kind of give you a little bit of an understanding of how the studio mode works. So in studio mode, I can have multiple scenes. So let me create another scene here, and we're just going to add a video in here. It wouldn't be a live stream for me without adding a video, especially this video. It just wouldn't be right. So we're going to go in here, and we're going to add the usual, because we all love The Witcher by now, I'm sure. And we're going to toss it in here. We can loop it. We have our audio, maybe. And so, okay, yeah, we do. This is fine. So this is The Witcher, and the reason why it's not previewing is because it's a video source. But if this was like a camera source, it would be previewing. And then if I want to go and watch The Witcher, I just transition to that scene, and you can see that it comes over here on the program side and shows me. So now I can see my camera on the left-hand side, and that is the scene that's waiting in the wings, or the scene that you're looking to preview. You just preview that scene. You can click the transition. You can go over to the live program, and that's how you use the studio mode in order to get the kind of effect you're looking for. But you're not going to get zero latency with wireless. I'm just telling you that right now. If you are even live streaming, you shouldn't even have wireless in your system. You should poop that right out and get it out of your system. So let's go get another question. All right, babe, what do we got?
Poop that out. Is that a technical term?
Poop it out of your system. Jack it in.
All right. This question comes from Clinks.
Hello, Clinks.
How can I make an animated scene transition in OBS with Adobe Premiere Pro?
All right. So, let me go over here to my tutorial screen. All right. So let's say we wanted to, you know what? How long do you have? I have a video that I did some of these sequences in After Effects. Let me see if I can find the video. What was it? He's looking for a transition scene, hon? Okay. Yeah, so we're looking for a stinger, and we're looking for one. So this one right here, create a custom stinger transition for free. I probably did this in one in DaVinci Resolve, but if we go back farther, let's try transition. I know we have some in here that I did before I was using a DaVinci Resolve. Either way, this best way to create a stinger transition free, this video right here is going to give you the solid basis for how you animate these, and they animate exactly the same, if not easier, in Premiere as they would there. So this would be the video that I would recommend you go to for simple animations on how to create those transitions. And by the way, you can do that easily in Premiere, just the same as you do it there. I'm actually kind of surprised that it doesn't come up, because I have older videos than this one that I did in Premiere that show you how to create this exact stinger. So just kind of go back and search in my thing, and you should be able to find those videos that aren't in DaVinci Resolve, because they do exist. Oh, let's click Show All. There we go. This one right here. This one right here is in. I either used After Effects or I used Premiere Pro to create this one. So there you go. And you know, it's just animating different panels. You can create those panels in something like Pixlr. So the easiest way for you to be able to do what you're probably looking to do would be to watch the first video I posted in there, because that one is going to show you how to create the panels in a third-party software, and then you can just animate those in Premiere Pro if you know how Premiere Pro works, which I'm kind of assuming that if you're using it for editing and you already have it, you have a pretty good idea how that works. So let's go grab another question. How's it going, babe? You got a lot of questions?
Yeah, we're on question 11 of 29.
All right, so we're doing okay. Let's do it.
Yeah, we are. Okay, this question is actually from Lisa Simpson.
Well, hello, Lisa Simpson.
Check on my phone.
Says, Michael, your YouTube channel seems to have the momentum of a runaway freight train. Why are you so popular?
Oh my. Well, let's you know what? I don't know that I'm so popular, but I understand how YouTube works. And I do a lot of research to figure out what my audience is going to like, and then I give them what they want. That's honest to God, that is the best advice that I can give anyone who's looking to grow their YouTube channel, is to do your research, find other channels doing similar content on the same subject that you're doing. Do your research on those channels and find out what YouTube is suggesting, and then do similar content. It doesn't, you know, it's obviously going to be your style. It's going to be your spin. It's going to be however you produce your videos. But those subjects, if they're already working, will work for you too. And if you're looking to grow your YouTube channel, don't try reinventing the wheel. Just try doing things that are already proven to work, and you're going to be much happier about your results. Now, you know, I will say this: YouTube content is a lot more than just getting in front of the camera. In fact, in a lot of ways, the video portion of the content is not as important as the thumbnail and the title. And so if you learn how to create thumbnails and titles that make people click, you're going to have a much better chance at success. And if I'm being perfectly honest with you, I still suck at both thumbnails and titles. But every time that I create one, I get a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. And next thing you know, sometimes stuff just happens. But mostly it's just a lot of hard work. Mostly it's just a lot of hard work. And I do appreciate the kind words, because God knows, you know, it's been a lot of hard work. And when people recognize that and notice it, it means a lot. So thank you so much. Let's get another question. All right, babe.
Next question is from Dimebag Darren.
Well, hello, Dimebag Darren.
How do I ensure the highest stream quality when using the mobile app on my phone?
That's a really good question. So, actually, Michael Panetta brought to my attention today that there are certain phone plans that will basically give you the ability to stream to 480 and no better. So you want to make sure that when you're going into your phone plan, you verify that your phone plan will allow you to stream unthrottled in HD. And in a lot of cases, especially with a cell phone, sometimes it's just not going to be able to reach more than 720. I know that folks really want to stream in the highest definition possible and they want to have the highest resolution possible, but I still stream in 1080 even though I could stream in 4K. And I'm going to be honest, like I'll bet you all the folks, you know what, in the chat, let me know, how are you watching this stream? Because I'll bet you there's a pretty reasonable percentage of folks that are watching this stream on their cell phones in 480. So don't be so worried about the image quality. The actual entertainment value of your the actual entertainment value of your stream is more important. Trevor says folks don't watch live streams that are in 4K. Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. But so Blue Eyed Skadi's watching on a cell phone. You know, so a lot of people are watching on their cell phone, and if they're watching on their cell phone, it's a good bet that it's in 480 or 720. So you don't really need to be much better than that. The most important thing, if we're being honest, is that your audio is on point. Which, you know, so you don't want to hit the cough button and then you have to uncough it. You know what I mean? Don't do that. You have to uncough your cough button if you cough. Let's go get another question. I hope that helps you out a little bit. All right. What you got, babe? We got a lot of folks still leaving that. A lot of folks are watching it in 1080, which is cool. I appreciate that. They're getting all of Monica's 1080 glory.
Oh, okay. Next question is from Cryotech.
Okay. All right. Hello, Cryotech.
As of today, what is the best way to bring guests into OBS? Wish it was as easy as vMix or StreamYard.
Well, it can be as easy as vMix or StreamYard. Let me show you how I bring guests into my live stream, and just so you are aware, Pumpkin, you are going to be on the channel. We're going to flip over here, and let's say we wanted to add a guest right here so that they could occupy my gloriness over here. They could share the big screen with me. I'm going to remove the browser source in here, and I'm going to click the plus, and I have Streamlabs Melon opened up already. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a display capture, and I'm going to grab the display that the beautiful Monica is on, and boom, now I have a guest in my live stream. All I have to do here is hold down the Alt key to crop out some of this croppiness, and you can see that the beautiful Monica is in front of a green screen where she's sporting a gorgeous purple sweater this evening. We're going to go into filters, and we're going to filter out the green with the chroma key, and there we go. So there we go. Now she's in all her glory. We can embiggen her, make her as big as we want, and there we go. So now that's how I add guests. Now you might be wondering, okay, well that's how you add one person. Well, you can add just as many as you want and crop out the edges of the box and move people around just exactly like you do in Melon or in StreamYard or in whatever you decide to use. And yes, this is Melon. There is a link down below in the description. And just so you know, Monica is not the only one who's connected with me. If I minimize her, you can see there's Michael, and then this piece that's the green screen, that's actually me. So it splits it into thirds. let me actually remove the green screen so you can see what I'm talking about. So we could put Monica and Michael in there. As you can see, we have guests, and that's how I do it. And I'm gonna maximize Monica again. There we go. So that's how I add guests to my live stream. Wow, that was kind of cool. How much fun is that? I can move Monica around the screen over there. All right. So yeah, I love to show that because people don't realize how unbelievably helpful those sorts of applications can be. Let's remove her, and we'll go visit her in real life on the other thing. There we go. Hey, look at you. You're still here.
Hey, I am still here. Live
So
and
a
in
lot of
person.
people probably think like you're in the same room with me, right?
Maybe. Maybe not. Not with this
Yeah.
big Ferris wheel behind me, they don't.
Yeah, well, you know, you're always out and about doing
I
things
am.
and living the dream.
I am. Yes. You are.
By the way,
correct.
there is a link in the description to Melon if you want to check it out. It is, in my opinion, the most affordable piece that you can use for your live streaming, especially if you're going to do what I'm doing. It's a couple of bucks a month, and it allows you to pretty much do what we're doing without any watermark. So it's awesome. All right, babe.
Okay.
Let's do this. Let's get another question. We don't want to get
Okay.
behind.
Right. And next question from Shaker Crew.
Hello, Shaker Crew.
I use Stream Elements, and when I click the test button, it works. But when I have a new sub during a stream, it does not work. Any suggestions?
He's using Stream Elements?
Stream Elements.
Okay. So I have a couple of potential suggestions. One of the things that you want to make sure in Stream Elements is that you are properly logged in. It should have your channel logo up here in the top right. Let me move my monkey ass head out of the way here. It should have your logo up here in the top right. If it does not have your logo up here in the top right, that means it's not directly connected to your channel. If it's not directly connected to your channel, it doesn't know when you're live streaming, and it can't come back and bring you all the fun things that you're looking for, like your alerts and stuff. So the only reason why it wouldn't be actively delivering the alerts on your live stream is because you're not connected with the correct channel, or there's something, it's not connected right. And I see that honestly a lot more on Streamlabs than I do on Stream Elements. So it kind of surprises me that you're having the problem. But generally speaking, having a proper connection is what you want. And you can see how mine is kind of flaring up red. Looks like a, yeah, I'm not going to say. But that basically is saying, hey, I'm live, and it's receiving. So if you're not getting that, then possibly you just need to reinstill the connection between Stream Elements and your live stream. Let's go and let's go get, and you know, I don't think this is actually even updating now that I look at it. It's been quite some time since we've had anyone subscribe to the channel. It doesn't usually go that long, but then again, maybe it did. Let's get another question.
Okay.
What you got, babe?
This question is from DeBarros.
Well, hello, DeBarros.
It says, hi, Michael, you touched on this briefly on one of my comments, but could you briefly show how you would implement the Mortal Kombat toasty whoopsie effect in OBS? I don't know what that is.
Well, I was kind of talking about this with somebody in the chat earlier.
Okay.
Or, you know, in the comments on one of my things. So if I was going to do it, I would definitely like to link it to channel points or something like that, which of course YouTube doesn't have. But there may be a way to actually do that later at some point. But what I would do is I would probably film myself in front of a green screen doing the whole whoop-dee thing. And then what I would do is I would go over into my, let's see here. I would go over into my Stream Elements. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this tab again. And we're going to go into our streaming tools. And we're going into our overlays, and I'm just gonna, we're gonna go into this unnamed overlay since I just think I created this earlier tonight. And what I would do is I would just go ahead and create alerts, would do an alert box. And I would just, go into my subscriber alert or something like that. And I would go and change video. And right here, I would just upload that little video of me popping out and then popping back. And then I would, you upload it there. Excuse me. You set it as your video, and then you're going to go down here and you're going to upload a sound with the same thing, the sound that you're looking for. And then when you copy this out, you put it in your thing. Every time you get a subscriber, that little guy is going to pop out of there, or me or whatever, and do that. And I think it would be really funny. So maybe you even want it to be frozen like it was in Mortal Kombat. In order to do that, you might just get a picture of yourself, in some kind of thing hanging off the screen, and then go into, DaVinci Resolve or one of the programs and just animate yourself popping out and animate yourself popping back. Create a video from that, upload it and set it as an image for one of your alerts, and then it could pop out anytime somebody subscribes. You could even put a little chat bubble coming out of your mouth that lists so-and-so is subscribed or whatever. You could do something like that. I think that would be really cool. And it's just a little asset that you would create in Premiere Pro or in DaVinci Resolve or something like that. And or you could even create that asset in Pixlr and then use DaVinci Resolve to animate it in and out. So that would definitely be what I would do. I think that would be a lot of fun. I might actually implement that into one of my streams at some point, because I was thinking about it the other day. I thought it would be pretty funny. Let's get another question.
Okay. This question is from Jeremy Sweda.
Hello, Jeremy.
There is a new program that applies 3D images in an OBS-type platform called Polypop. Do you know anything about it? And if you do, can you apply it to OBS?
Okay, let's go over here, and I wanna actually show you guys. Oh, I can't show you. I removed it. Yes, I know about Polypop, and there will be content coming to the channel about Polypop. For those of you who are not aware of what Polypop is, it is a live streaming tool that allows you to add 3D elements into your streams. And there's some really, really cool stuff. I think it could kind of be game-changing. The only problem is that right now, a lot of the things that I want to do with it require it to be configured so that it gets alerts and things like that from YouTube, and it's not. And I know that's something that they're working on. I suspect that probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks, you guys will see a video of me telling you about Polypop. I think it's going to be big. I really do think that this is kind of the next step in streaming. And the best part about Polypop is you can actually stream directly from it. You don't have to use OBS if you don't want to. So there you go. I hope that you I hope that's good enough. I know it's coming soon. It's not always good enough, but I will have extensive content on how to do all kinds of really, really cool things in Polypop. So I can't wait. Let's get another question.
Okay. Another question from Simplicity ASMR.
Awesome.
I've seen your video about OBS Ninja, and I've used it. Do you have any additional information about it?
Well, let's see. So since I did a video on OBS Ninja, and actually I've been working on an updated video for OBS Ninja this week that should be out in like 2 weeks. But I know that OBS Ninja, you can add guests to your live streams with it, which is pretty cool. It also has a segmented piece where you can be a remote producer for somebody's live stream to switch guests around and things like that. And my video is not necessarily going to touch on that, but if that is an aspect of live streaming that you're interested in, I can certainly do it. I know I mentioned at the end of the video that I just finished filming this week that if you wanted me to do content on some of the deeper features of OBS Ninja, you could definitely check it out. As you know, I add my guests on my live streams through Melon, but you could certainly use OBS Ninja to add guests who only have their cell phone as a camera and things like that. And if you're interested, I have a video on it. It is older and slightly outdated, but I will have a video coming up on that as well in another week or two, and you guys are going to love it. It's a really, really, really cool program. So that's about all the more I can really tell you now until the video comes out, Simplicity. But thanks for asking. I appreciate it. And let's go to the dock. Oh, you know what? Let's go skiing. Wait, there's no snow. Where'd all the snow go? So what question are we on, Pumpkin?
Let's see. 18 of 34.
Nice. Knocking it out.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Okay. Another question here from Shaker Crew.
Awesome.
Just saying, it will not let me change from X264 on OBS, even though I have an NVIDIA graphics card.
Well, that's really interesting. Let's go over and let me show you guys some reasons why your thing will not be allowing you to change to X264. So I'm going to go into my settings, and we're going to go into my output. And you can see under stream we're using the encoder X264, but I should be using the NVIDIA NVIC code. But let's say I'm on X264 and I went up here to Tools. Let's see, we're going to apply and click OK. Let's say I started my virtual camera. And then I go into Settings and I go into Output. And if you look, I can't select anything. I can't do anything. It's grayed out. And that's because for some reason I managed to put on the virtual camera. And trust me, people put this on and they don't even know it's on because it doesn't seem like it does anything. So if I go over here and I stop my virtual camera and I go into Settings, then once again I can go in here and I can change to NVIC. Now the other thing that can cause you to not be able to change from X264 to NVIC is if we go up here and we go to NDI output settings and I click on the main NDI output. And you may have this always on. You may not even know it's on. You may have loaded NDI on there and you didn't realize it and you never turned it off. But if I go into output, you can see I cannot change off of X264. It is stuck on X264 and I cannot change it. So as soon as I go up to Tools and I go to my NDI output and I uncheck NDI output and I go back into Settings, you can see that I can change from X264 to whatever I want. So, and you know, the same thing applies for NVIC. If I was stuck on NVIC and I put on my virtual camera or my NDI, I would be stuck on NVIC. I wouldn't be able to change it off of that. So those two things are the reason why you're going to run into problems with not being able to change from X264 to the NVIDIA card. If you don't have either of those things running or anything like that, and you're still having the problem, then I'm guessing that you're having some kind of issue with the NDI or with the NVIDIA drivers. And in that case, what I would definitely do is go out there and search on either the OBS forums or the NVIDIA forums to find out why you're not able to do it. Because there actually could be some plugin or some other thing that causes that to go dark as well. Those are the two things that I know of that would cause you not to be able to change this. The other one, you know, so there could be other pieces that you could load into OBS that could be on that could cause you not to be able to change that. Those are the two that I know about. And if you don't have those two, then I would definitely hit the forums for OBS and kind of ask, hey, I've got an NVIDIA card and it's not letting me switch. Why would that be? Why would that be causing the problem? All right, let's go get another question. And I'm glad that helped. I'm glad that helped, Simplicity. Let's go and what you got, babe?
Okay, I have a question from Silver Rabbit.
Well, hello, Silver Rabbit.
I really enjoy your step-by-step OBS guides. Would you be able to do beginner or basic guides on DaVinci Resolve? If you do not have time or it's not the direction of your channel, that's cool. Have a great live stream.
Well, thank you so much. And, you know, let's go over to the main screen. I would actually welcome the ability to integrate more DaVinci Resolve tutorials into my channel. The problem is that I couldn't just release DaVinci Resolve content on my channel, because the reality is that most people wouldn't be interested. Most people are here to learn how to do better live streaming. So chances are the integration of DaVinci Resolve stuff into the channel will be solely limited to showing people how to create effects for their live stream. It's what's going to drive views to my channel. I may eventually at some point branch off on and maybe do another channel that talks a little bit more about editing with DaVinci and that sort of stuff, but I'm certainly no DaVinci expert. So I don't know if that would really work, but I definitely know that just videos based on DaVinci Resolve would probably not do very well on my channel. So it's probably more time than I would spend a lot more time doing it than I would really get out of it. Hey, it's the Jamin Show. What's up, guys? I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Let's go get another question. All right, babe.
Yeah, it's good to see the Jamin Show. Hi, guys. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay, next question is from Sandy W159. This is the one you had all that issue with last week.
Yes.
Sandy W.
Sandy W.
I use a 2-PC setup. So I have a gaming PC running 1440p, and I want to use NDI to transfer the 1440p signal to go to the stream PC. Is that possible?
Yes. Let's go over here to the tutorial. So basically what you're going to do on the 1440 PC is you're going to go to Tools, and you're going to go to NDI Output Settings, and you're going to set it up as your main output, and you're going to click OK, and you're going to send it out over the network. And then, I'm going to turn that off right away. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go in here, and you're going to select NDI source, and you're going to drop this down and select that source. In my case, it was OBS. And you know, your bandwidth and your source timing and all that stuff, you don't really need to mess with these too much. Allow hardware acceleration and all that sort of stuff. But just keep in mind that you're probably not streaming in 1440. So inputting an NDI stream in 1440 doesn't make a lot of sense, because your other machine is then going to have to resize that encoding down to whatever you're streaming at, which might be 1080 or whatever. So you may want to consider trying just doing the game or whatever in 1080, because one, it's going to be easier on your machine, and two, when you send it across the network, the packets are going to be a lot smaller. It's not going to take up a lot of bandwidth, so you probably won't run into problems with the throughput where you're trying to stream at the same time as you're bringing in all these packets from another source. It could definitely cost you a lot of time and energy trying to pare down that. And the other thing that you want to be sure is you're not doing any of this. Please, you're not doing any of this when it's not plugged in. You want to make sure that your computer is plugged in to the network with Ethernet. Don't be doing this through Wi-Fi. Let's see. So it's a whole bunch more money to go to 2K. I don't think so. You can downscale right in most games, and then you can just, you know, bring it in, or you can just bring it into OBS downscaled. So in other words, you're going to be on your streaming PC, you're going to be bringing in your assets in here. But if you go into settings and you go into your output, or not your output, your video, here's where you're setting it up. So your base canvas is this size, your output scaled resolution is this size. So if your output scaled resolution is 1920 by 1080 right here, that's the size of whatever it is that you're going to be sending across your network. And that doesn't cost you anything. Your base canvas resolution could be 1440 or whatever you want. Just be aware that this machine is then going to have to process downscaling to 1080 by 1920, whereas if you just set it in the game 1080 by 1920, then everything is copacetic and your machine is doing the least amount of processing that it has to in order to convert that signal and send it out through NDI. So there you go. There is another option other than NDI, and this is one that I kind of recommend, maybe even more. If you get a capture card in your streaming PC, so in other words, you use the port on the back of your computer that you're doing the gaming on, and you plug an HDMI into that, and then you run that HDMI to the new computer and plug it into a capture card. You're basically exporting that signal as if it was a monitor into the new computer that's capturing that signal as if it's a monitor, and then it has a lot higher quality. You're not worried about the network bandwidth or anything like that. Your computer is basically receiving that information as if it's another camera, and then you can easily add it into your stream by just going to video capture device and pulling in that port. So there you go. Hopefully that answers that question and gives you a couple of options as to ways to do it. NDI can be buggy and difficult to set up, whereas exporting, just plugging in an HDMI cable from one and then plugging it into the other machine through a capture card, which can cost as low as like $150 for a good one, and you're all set. You don't have to worry about anything. You just bring the game footage into your stream PC in as a video capture device, and you're all set. Hopefully that helps you. That would be the way that I would go, simply because I like to eliminate as much chance that something's going to go wrong as possible. And when you're transferring 1440 data across your network and then you're trying to live stream out from your network, I can only imagine how much traffic that's causing and whether you might end up getting buffering or something like that going out to the live stream because of all that stuff that's going on. Let's see. I'm going to go in. We're going to get another question from the Monica.
All right. Okay. This question is from Jim Pomerico. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Hello, Jim.
When using OBS with Zoom, do any of the settings in OBS, with the exception of the resolution, matter? Or is the signal just passing through OBS and streaming settings, etc., do not matter?
All right, repeat the question. I'm sorry. So when we're talking OBS and Zoom, but I'm not sure which direction they're going.
Okay.
Goltal, am I late? Yeah, just a bit, but it's all right, brother. The party just starts when you get here, man. All right, go ahead, Pumpkin.
When using OBS with Zoom, do any of the settings in OBS, with the exception of the resolution, matter? Or is the signal just passing through OBS and streaming settings, etc., do not matter?
Okay, so this question's not really specific enough, unfortunately, for me to know for sure what you're trying to do. Are you trying to stream from, and maybe you could just mention it in the chat, are you trying to stream from OBS to Zoom so that your OBS appears in a Zoom meeting? Or are you trying to capture the Zoom screen so that you can broadcast it live with OBS? That's the big question. The way that you phrase it, I'm assuming that you're just putting your cameras and your overlays and all that stuff in OBS, and then you're just trying to use those as a camera in Zoom. And if that's the case, then you're exactly right. All you need to worry about is your resolution in OBS, and then you send it out through the virtual camera or through NDI, whichever one you choose. Yeah, so he's going from OBS to Zoom. Yeah, so the settings for any live streaming and anything like that don't really matter. Just make sure that you have the resolution set. Hey, Goltal, thank you so much, my friend. It's been a while since I've danced. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I gotta see what Goltal had to say. All right. So Goltow says, I was told to buy one of your mods. Don't blame me. I was told by one of your mods. All right. Well, thank you. Yeah. Hey, you know, I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. We like to have fun. And I've been told that Jim has another question. Did I seriously? Write bye. No, I can't read. You said BY. I'm a moron. So, you know, there you go. I told you guys I never learned to read. Oh, goodness. I never learned to read music. Let's go. I think Jim has another question. Let's get this one.
He does. Yes, it's another it's a continuation, I guess, about the OBS question that he has. He says he's been using OBS with Zoom for 1.5 years with no sync issues, but now he's having a sync issue where the video is ahead of the audio by about a second. Where can he start to troubleshoot this? He uses NDI for both the audio and video to OBS, and have also tried the virtual camera in OBS with the same issue.
Okay. All right. Let me go over here. So it could be that something you're using in OBS is causing excuse me. It could be that something you're using in OBS is causing a little bit of a delay. You can and did he say the audio the video is first or the audio is first? Right. Okay. So what you could do is you right click on your video and you go into filters and you go and you click the plus and you just go in and you do a render delay. And then you have your milliseconds here. If you wanted to delay it by 1 second, you just go with 1000. Or wait, oh no. Here we go. Sandy W159. Thank you so much. Sandy says thank you for the advice. I will stick to the 1080 on the Elgato HD60 Pro. I think that's definitely your best bet. First of all, the Elgato is a quality card, so you're going to get high quality results. And nobody watches 4K streams, so trying to transfer all that data and all that stuff is just a whole heck of a lot of work for probably not a lot of return on your investment. I use an Elgato's Cam Link to stream my camera over here. I've actually kind of poked around with it and managed to get it to work with my with some of my game systems, even though it's not supposed to. Shh. I won't tell anybody. Thank you, Sandy. I really do appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Woo. We're going to be getting some new music on the stream coming up soon. I'm kind of excited about that. Are you guys excited about that? I can tell you there'll be some music that's not going to change, though. Guess what music is not going to change? Which music is not going to... There's 2 pieces of music that are definitely not going to change. For sure. Absolutely. I could totally promise you that there are 2 pieces of music that are not going to change. All right. So, if you delay it by 1 second, it's 100 milliseconds, and then you're set. You just click close. Now it's going to delay your video that 100 milliseconds, and it should line up properly if it's 1 second or if it's 2 seconds or whatever. Too iconic to change. You're exactly right. The membership music is not changing. Oh. Anyway, so there we go. Hopefully that helps you out. The other thing is if you go into your NDI tools when you have them loaded up down here in your system tray, believe it or not, it also has a delay in there that you can delay the audio or the video to try to sync it up that way. So if you think that maybe it's not OBS that's causing the problem, or you just don't want to mess with the render delay in OBS, then you can maybe try to do it that way in the NDI setting as well. So hopefully that helps you to fix that problem. Render and delay settings are so difficult to get right. And, you know, the main key is as long as it doesn't change all the time, you should be okay. Let's go get another question.
Okay. Next question is from Digitally Squirrel.
Hello, Digitally Squirrel. I see him in the chat too. He's still here.
Yep,
I always like
good.
that. It's always
Okay.
good to know.
I have an audio problem with OBS. Sometimes OBS will record my mic audio, but not my game audio from the Elgato HD60S. Sometimes it would record game audio, but not my mic audio. Sometimes it would record both. My mic is Elgato Wave 3, and I'm getting the game audio via wire from the controller. I already checked the OBS Discord to see if they can help with my issue, but no luck.
Interesting. So I'm guessing, and this is just a big guess, but I'm guessing the controller has like that audio port at the bottom, and you're just routing that audio port into the audio port on the machine. And sometimes those can be wonky. The best thing that you could really do is make sure that you separate your audio sources out in OBS so that you know when you're getting a signal and when you're not. And so let me show you how you would do that over here in the tutorial screen. All right, so if you're going to separate out your audio, let's say that you had one audio source coming from the game. Chances are that's going to be your desktop audio. So you go to your audio output. Yeah, so and they still, so you should see one moving and one not moving if it's separated in chat. Let's see. I've got them separated in OBS. So yep, so you've got your speakers or your output audio device, and then so we've got that, our audio capture, and then the other one would be, you know, the other device that you're capturing your audio. So in this case, it would be the line in or something like that. And the thing is when you do that, you should be able to see the stuff moving. If you see the stuff moving, then you know it's functional. It could be a product of your it could be a product of a bad cable or something like that on the thing, but you said it kind of switches back and forth. So the only other thing that I think it could be is if we go into advanced audio properties, it could be something to do with your tracks. So in other words, if you want to make sure that all your tracks are selected, if you're not going to do anything fancy, and then you go into Studio and you make sure when you go to your output that your audio tracks are all selected so that you're recording all of your audio tracks. And you would do that in recording. That's interesting. Oh, whoa. Hello, Aussie Wheels. Aussie Wheels says, thank you. Your videos you made have now Snap Camera, but what's the best way to remove the background in Snap Camera? Well, I did a video actually on this. Michael, can you pop in the... Doggone it. It wants to move me out of there. Michael, can you pop the video in there? It would be the how to use a green screen without a green screen, the second one. And this video is going to show you the filters that I use to remove my background without a green screen in Snap Camera. The only thing that you really have to do is make sure that you go out and get yourself a... you know, you don't have to, you have to go out and create a green background. It's pretty simple. I show you how to do it in Pixlr or something in the video. You just create a background and you just load that up and you're all set. And TechExamine, just pop that over there or wherever it is on your thing into the chat so that you can go ahead and check that video out. It's the green screen without a green screen, and that should be the right one that goes through how to do it with Snap Camera. Hopefully that helps you. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. It's Aussie Wheels. Awesome. Thank you so much. No, they don't. If you select all the tracks, they don't merge into one. In fact, what they do is they record separately, which means that if I selected all of the tracks in here, that means that I would, when I imported it into my actual audio, or when I imported it into whatever I'm using to edit, whether it's DaVinci or Premiere, that means that I would have 6 different tracks in there. Which is pretty cool because I can assign different things to different tracks. It's absolutely fantastic. So I don't know why. Oh, so here's where you want to select your audio track. So if I select all 6 audio tracks, then I can go and apply that, and then I can go in here and I can actually physically assign things to each track. So if I want my audio output capture to go to track 1, then I want my video capture device to go to track 2. I can set these up. If I have 15 different types of audios in here, I can send them all to completely separate tracks. When I drag that video into my editing software, it's going to have 6 different tracks. So I would try that next. I would make sure that you're using one track, or if you want to use multiple tracks to try to see if you can isolate the problem, that might be a way that you can kind of troubleshoot the problem that you're having and maybe figure out what is actually causing it. So hopefully that helps you. It is a little work to troubleshoot, but I certainly don't know for sure what's causing it. I've actually seen lots and lots and lots of people complaining that voice audio from there doesn't come through on their live streams. And since I've never tried to capture that voice audio, I don't know exactly how to do it. So that's the best I can give you, is a little bit of troubleshooting advice, and see if you can separate them out in the recording and find out maybe that's not working either, or maybe it's intermittent and it could just be a cable or something like that. Let's go get another question. All right. What question are we on?
23 of 41.
All right, we're working through it. Let's do it.
Okay. This question comes from Nate.
Hello, Nate.
It says, this is actually an interesting question. It says, in OBS, certain games will capture upside down. And if I flip them right side up, the mouse cursor stays upside down. From my research, all I have found is someone with the same problem asked this in the OBS forums with no answer. Yeah.
So, all right. Read the question again, the very beginning, because he doesn't really state how he's capturing the game.
In OBS, certain games will capture upside down. And if I flip them right side up, the mouse cursor stays upside down.
Huh. That's fascinating.
Maybe Nate is still in the stream.
Is he using game capture or something like that? Yeah, let's go over here to the main screen. So man, I don't actually have it's harder for me to kind of determine what could be causing this, because you don't state exactly how you're capturing it. Is it a display capture? Is it a window capture? Are you actually using the game capture feature? But I think it might be something to do with the mirroring. It could be somehow mirroring the the actual screen, and that's kind of weird. I know Zoom does that. Some of the other things that we use, that you use on occasion. I think Teams also does it. It doesn't have an unmirror feature, so it sounds like it's being mirrored. But I don't have any more of an answer to that problem than the forum did, unfortunately. I would do the same thing as you did. I would just basically go into, I would basically go in here and, Wait, let's select the right source. I'd go into our transform and I would just rotate it 180 degrees or 90 degrees or something like that to try to fix it. When you rotate it, is it mirrored or is it not mirrored? That's really strange. That's really strange. But I would suggest that if you're using like PC capture or something like that, try using display capture instead, and then just cropping out the pieces that you don't want. And chances are you're not going to have the same upside down results from that. That's the best thing that I can say. Maybe there's just something weird with that game or a driver or something like that on your machine, but you won't have that same problem if you use display capture or window capture, I don't think. So there you go. I hope that helps you. Man, that's a weird one. I've never seen anything like that before, and the fact that the OBS forum didn't know anything is kind of interesting. The other place you might be able to check is possibly forums for that game. Maybe they've had experience with it, or they know why it's doing that. I don't know. Let's get another question.
Okay. This
Stumped
is
me.
another question from Simplicity.
Hello, Simplicity.
She says, I'd like to eventually purchase an Elgato Cam Link like you have. Where could I get one at an affordable price?
Well, let's see. I'm trying to find the right button. So I got mine on Amazon. I think it was $150 at the time. I think they're actually down to $129 or even $99. The truth is that if you're using your cam card for live streaming, it does not need to be a 4K cam card. I think the regular old cam cards, if they still sell them, are about $100. The 4K cam card, I think, is still $150. If you're not streaming in 4K, you don't need the cam card to be in 4K. My camera does 4K just fine. And if I still want 4K footage, I click the record button and record directly to the camera. And create videos that way. If I want to live stream, I use a regular old cam card. My cam card does not do 4K, and it's not really necessary because I'm not going to stream in 4K anytime soon. So that might be a way for you to get a more affordable Elgato cam card without actually having to get the 4K one. So look for the original one that didn't do 4K. You might even be able to find a used one for, $70 or something like that. But I don't know how I feel about used electronics like that, since it wasn't a particularly sturdy product to begin with. But you should be able to find a non-4K Cam Link for around $100, which is about as cheap as you're going to get. There are all kinds of third-party options for Cam Links, and I've never actually owned one, so I couldn't tell you this one's good and this one's bad. But there are budget Cam Link videos out there with folks doing reviews on those that you could check out and see what they have to say. And maybe you'll find the diamond in the rough cheapo Cam Link that actually works really well. So that would be my recommendation, is to try to find one that's not 4K, and it'll be cheaper, or possibly look at the reviews for some of the third-party ones that might actually be pretty decent quality. Hopefully that helps you out, Simplicity. I will get another question. All right.
Okay. Now this one I'm not sure about. This one is from Dr. Rob Allen.
Well, hello,
asking
Dr. Rob, if that
how
is
to-
your real name.
Yeah. How to add a guest in OBS.
Oh, man, I'm not sure. Well, I just kind of showed this a little while ago, but I'll do it again. I'll do it again, because this is a good one. All right, so we're in OBS here, as you might have been able to deduce. I'm going to remove this. I didn't add my microphone in here. Let's do that. Let's not go microphoneless. We can't. We have to. People have to be able to at least think that they're going to hear it. So there we go. Now my little microphone is moving. If I wanted to add a guest to this screen, I could just shrink me up. And then I'm going to click my plus, and I'm going to add my guest. Oh, and my guest has a guest. How cool is that? I'm going to do a display capture, and we're going to capture my guest, which is Monica. She is currently logged in on Melon, as you can see up here in the studio. what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Alt key to crop out all of the UI stuff like this. And there we go. We've got 2 guests. Now we have the Monica guest and we have the Dusty guest. So there we go. We've got it all cropped up. Because she has a green screen, I really need to fix that. So we'll go in here and we'll add some chroma so that she looks all perfect. There we go. So that's how I add a guest. You can add, on a free account on Melon, you can add up to like 6 guests if you want, just like that. And you can move them around on your Melon screen, and you just capture that screen. You can have it any way you want. In order to add Monica's audio, because you could see that there's no audio here for Monica, well, I'm just going to click the plus, and I'm going to go to Audio Output Capture, and then I'm going to select wherever I'm listening to audio from Monica. In this case, we are listening to her on my Zone wireless headphones, and there we are, right there. And now when Monica talks, and there you can see my Zone wireless headphones perk up with the audio output capture, and that would go out to the stream. So hopefully that helps you out, and it was really nice to get an appearance from Dusty. Who doesn't want that? Let's go ahead and get another question.
Okay.
What you got, babe?
All right. Okay, right question from Jacob Wilkinson Hall. I remember him from last week.
Well, hello, Jacob.
Is there more webcam apps I can use instead of... Is this supposed to be Droid Cam? Or because it's spelled Dryad Cam? But is it supposed to be Droid Cam?
Probably.
Yeah.
Is there more webcam apps I can use instead of Droid Cam?
Yeah, there is. Let me go over there in a moment here. I'm just refreshing something that's broken. All right, let's go over into our main screen. So I'm going to be doing a video on what is called, it used to be called OBS Ninja. It's now called Video Ninja, VDO.NINJA, I believe it is. I'm going to be doing a video on that in a couple of weeks. It's a fantastic alternative to Droid Cam, which has a whole heck of a lot more features, and it's totally free. So that would be one option that you could use. Video Ninja, and I have a video on it already, but I have an updated video that's going to be coming in a couple of weeks to check it out, and that's a really good alternative to Droid Cam that you could check out whenever you have a moment and you want to check it out. Let's go get another question.
Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. All right, what you got, babe?
Okay. All right, next question is from XTC Technologies.
Well, hello, XTC Technologies.
I have trouble connecting a laptop to a desktop with NDI. It does not show up on the NDI source menu, but if I connect the desktop to the laptop, it works. Can you help?
All right, repeat it one more time, because I
have trouble connecting a laptop to a desktop with NDI. It does not show up on the NDI source menu, but if I connect the desktop to the laptop, it works. Can you help?
Okay, so the best thing that you can do is a little bit of troubleshooting. Depending upon how you set up NDI, and I don't know why that keeps popping up. It must still have it opened. Depending upon how you have it set up, you want to go into your NDI settings and make sure that they are checked. If you don't have this checked, then it's not sending a signal out. So it's possible that you have it checked on the one that's actually, for the one that's sending the signal and receiving it, which sounds like it's your desktop that's receiving it without any problems. So you probably have this checked on your laptop, but it is possible that it's not actually checked on your desktop. There is also some stuff that you might need to have running on one machine that is not running on the other. If I go into our NDI, let's see, the NDI tools, Some of this stuff, like this one right here, or the studio monitor, or what is the other one? I think this is the one, or the screen capture one. Sometimes some of these need to be running on the machine that may not be running. So you want to check your system tray. If you're trying to send it to your laptop, you want to check your desktop system tray to make sure the stuff that needs to be running is running. In other words, compare what's running on your laptop and on your desktop and make sure that it's the same in order to have the same thing. Because those are the two things that could go wrong. You could either not have the app running properly, or you could not have it set up in tools properly in here. Those are really the only two things that could go wrong, which would be why it's not doing the needful. So let's go get another question. We're whipping right through these.
Okay.
All right.
This one is from the D.
Hello, the D.
How to play audio DJ song on Stumbles with Nightbot. Because it's actually written as Stumbles and then a lot of question marks, so that might not be the correct
Yeah,
term.
I don't know. I don't have any idea because I've never heard of anything in that whole sentence except for Nightbot. So, sorry I can't help you on that one. Let's get another one, babe.
Okay, another question from Jacob Wilkinson Hall. When I use Melon, there is a butterfly on my face. How do I remove it?
Really? Well, that's interesting.
It is interesting.
I'm going to go over here to the tutorial. You know what? I'm going to go to the main screen here and just let me see. If there could be some sort of a thing. Yeah, a watermark or something that comes out. But honestly, I have no idea. Unless you're using something like... I mean, unless you're using something like Snap Camera or something that would put a butterfly on your face, and you're using a hotkey to change the scene over, then that's probably what's causing it. I'm guessing that you've used Snap Camera for your live stream, and whatever you're using to switch over to the other scene is putting the butterfly in your face because it's probably using the same hotkey. Because I don't know of anything in Melon that does any kind of that sort of thing. I could be wrong. I certainly could be wrong, but I'm not aware of anything like that. So chances are, if you're using Snap Camera, something in the way that you're getting there is clicking the hotkey to turn on the butterfly. Or you could just be infested. I wouldn't take the risk. I wouldn't take the risk. Sometimes when I switch over here, there's a monkey on my face, though.
Hey, there's a comment from Leha Kobo. You might want to read that.
Leha Kobo. Hey, Michael. Just found out about your channel via YouTube recommendations. Watched a video and subbed instantly. Great content. Looking forward to binging your channel. Well, thank you, Le Jacobo. You just wanted me to say that name. Thank you, honey. Thank you very much, Le Jacobo. I appreciate it. I'm so glad that my content helps people. That is, at the end of the day, the most rewarding thing about doing this is the ability to help people to become better live streamers. That is the fun of it. That is the fun of it. That's why we were partying up in here.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a party.
It's all a party. All right, babe. What else you got?
Okay. We have one from Nature Technique.
Well, hello, Nature Technique.
Is there a software more powerful than Snap Camera to use animal avatars or morphing with live webcam in OBS?
There is another piece of software. Man, I'm trying to think. I don't even remember the name, but there is another piece of software that some people would say was really powerful. I don't really care for it because basically it just takes whatever creature and puts your face on top of it. So it's basically face tracking. I don't think there's anything quite as cool as SnapCam out there for what people are looking for, but there are some alternatives, and there are certainly some that you can actually write your own faces and that sort of stuff, which you can do on SnapCam as well. Digital Squirrel says Face ID, and I believe that's one I've heard of before. There are a couple other ones out there, but I've messed around with pretty much everything because I love Snap Camera, and I just haven't found anything that really gives me the kind of options that Snap Camera does. And personally, I would really love to find a good one that lets you create some cool stuff, but I just haven't found it. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. In a face cam product. Anyway, next question. I hope that helps you.
Okay. Next question is from Aussie Wheels.
Hello, Aussie Wheels.
Where is the best place to get free animation video alerts and sounds for streaming?
Oh no. How to do the monkey face. Is that on Snap Camera? Aussie Wheels, yes, this is on Snap Camera. We get to listen to some tunes. And go ahead and read that question into my ear holes, honey, while I'm dancing.
Okay. Where's the best place?
Oh, wait, hold on. It just switched me back anyways.
Oh, you're done? You
No,
done?
I'm not done dancing. Yep, I'm ready. All right, yeah. Squeaky chair. It's the star of the show, baby. Squeaky chair. All right, let's get serious now. It's time to get serious. So we're looking for places to get free graphics and overlays and stuff like that. That are similar to Stream Elements. I believe that was the question. Video alerts and sounds. So YouTube has its own sound section that you can get free stuff. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. So if I go over here, if you go down here, there is a thing called Audio Library. You can actually get music and sound effects all here. Some are better than others. There are plenty here. You can see there's 728 different pages of sound effects that you can download directly from YouTube, and some music. Not bad. It's fine. It works in a pinch. So that's where you could get free sound and free music that you know you're going to be able to use just fine on your YouTube channel. As far as free alerts and stuff like that goes, I have some videos on how to create them, and I could continue to create more videos on those alerts, but the reality is they take time to create, so nobody's just giving them away for nothing, unfortunately. There's just not anything out there other than the stuff that you find standard on Streamlabs or Stream Elements. They have some standard ones that you can choose from, but outside of that, you kind of got to create your own. Nobody's just giving those away, generally speaking. So, unfortunately, it is what it is. But you can get free music and sound over here in the audio library on YouTube. Let's go ahead and get another question. And thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. Aussie Wheels. All right, babe.
Okay. This one is from Ted/Luca.
Hello, Ted/Luca.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, question is how to play a auto DJ song with Nightbot in OBS.
So this is almost identical to the other question where we're talking about auto DJ, which I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know how you set up Auto DJ with Nightbot. I know that there's a way you can configure your music and all that stuff to work with Nightbot, but I've never used it because it's not the kind of streams that I run. So I don't know. Maybe if folks really want to know how to use Nightbot to do the music changes and select songs, then maybe it is something I need to figure out how to do and show you guys. But at this moment, I don't know how it works, so I can't really tell you how it works. What's the next one, babe?
Okay, this next one comes from Sonu.
Hello, Sonu. So new, you can't even get him out of the package. You know what I'm saying? That's how new he is.
That's
you
how
know,
new.
hold on. We have to tell the story. Anything that Monica gets that's not 3 years old is still in the package, right?
Not everything.
Yeah, the clothes for sure. It's too new. I can't wear that yet.
It has to be a slow breaking in period.
I know. It's a good thing she drives the cars off the lot. No, it's too new. I gotta wait 2 years before I could drive it. Yeah, well. All right, so what's the next one, baby?
Question is, what is the best output to use on live streaming in OBS?
The best output to use on live streaming in OBS?
All it says, which is the best output to use on live stream in OBS.
Do you have a choice? Hold on.
Don't know.
So I'm not sure exactly what you mean by output. When you go over here, I don't know why that keeps coming up. I don't know why this keeps coming up. But the only output is streaming. Start streaming. I mean, you could use the virtual camera, but it doesn't live stream with the virtual camera. So your only output is live streaming. I don't understand what the question is. Let me go over here. Maybe you're referring to this. So what's the best output to use? And that's going to be solely based on how you're going to stream. If you want to learn how to set up your output page for live streaming, I did a video on that recently. Let's see here. I don't remember the name offhand. Yeah, what is OBS? And that's going to teach you the very basics and fundamentals of setting up your machine so that you can live stream. Tech Examine is going to drop a link to that video into the comments into the chat section. There you go. What is OBS? Watch that video and it will help you to determine what you're going to set up your how you're going to set up your output for streaming. So hopefully that will help you. And let's go and get another epic question from what I hear.
Yes. Yes. This question comes from Irvin, and I don't know if this is Irvin the paid tourist or not.
Well, hello, Irvin.
It says, why do you keep putting Monica in these situations with questionable people behind her? I got your back, Monica.
I'm guessing that very well could be Irvin the paid tourist. The last time I saw Irvin the paid tourist, we were in a parking lot of a Walmart. Irvin, just so you know, Irvin the paid tourist is he does a channel, but his job is he's a trucker. So he travels the entire country. Every once in a while, he happens to be in the vicinity. He'll message me and we'll go and hang out in the parking lot of a Walmart. So he has all kinds of cool 3D camera toys and stuff like that he's always excited to show me. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, that's the last time I saw Irvin. But Irvin, I like to put Monica in dangerous situations so that she can, have fun.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know Irvin was in. He visited a couple weeks ago. Was it last week or a couple weeks ago that he was
a couple weeks
in
ago.
the chat? So
yeah.
So I'm not sure, but okay. Next question. Next question is from Steven.
Hello, Steven.
My timer in Streamlabs CloudBot is not activating during the stream. I'm on Linux, so I cannot download Streamlabs. Could I be doing something wrong? Oh, wait, sorry, just found the answer. Turn off CloudBot, reload the page. Turn CloudBot and refresh page again.
So there you go.
Is
He
that
answered his own
yeah.
question. Yeah, that can
Yeah.
work. Yeah, and you just want to obviously make sure that you have a little CloudBot slider turned on, and then you should be good to go. Cool.
Okay.
I'm glad he
All
answered
right.
that for himself.
Look at that. Answer. Yeah, asked and answered. All right.
Yes, I agree, Trevor. You've got to love questions that answer themselves. Cool.
Okay. This one is from Daniel Chow.
Hello, Daniel.
I use 2 J5 capture cards in OBS, but they sometimes show a glitch on the video. That's all
Okay.
it says.
Cool.
That's all it says. Yeah. Is there?
Well, I don't know what a
Okay.
J5 capture card is, but if you're getting something glitchy, you can certainly go on the J5 forum and see if there is other people that have experienced something similar, and maybe there's an updated driver or firmware that fixes the problem. Otherwise, if you ordered them from Amazon, they generally have a 30-day return policy, so you can hook that up as well. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay. This next question is from Goltor, and he signed it $1 Interruption Man.
Well, thank you, Goltor.
Okay, the question is, thank you for the blessing known as how to move from Streamlabs OBS to OBS.
You
The
are so
streams are-
welcome.
The streams are performing really good with little to no tax on my machine. However, I noticed that there is a very big delay from my machine to the stream, around 30 to 40 seconds.
Oh,
So it's quite annoying to interact with the chat. Is there any settings to change this, preferably without sacrificing the quality?
Yeah, Goltor just had a thing and then it just disappeared. It went right away. Hold on, we're going to you, Goltor. We're getting there. I just have to. I'm a little slow on the uptake. Thank you so much, Goltor. We're gonna dance for you, and then I'm gonna have Monica read the question again because I got distracted. It says, "Imagine interrupting your own question." Yeah, baby. He was just waiting. All this time, he was just waiting for his own question so that he could do that. Oh, that is so awesome. Oh. Well, we love you, Goltor. Now I have to go get the question because I don't remember what it was, but maybe we should dance just a little bit. I was just waiting. It's just worth it. Oh, Goltor is a man after my own heart, I'm telling you. Because he knows how to pull off a troll just right. He has fun with it. It doesn't hurt anybody. It's the best kind of troll. Well, let's see. Scooby X81. Not really a question. This is more of a thankful note. Your videos are so helpful, and as a streamer, I know how hard and time you put into the videos. So really, thank you. Thank you, Scooby X81. I really appreciate it. Shuvy X81. Yes. By the way, sorry, but I can't read. And Michael Berry popped in to say he likes my videos. Thank you so much, Michael. And by the way, thank you so much, Goltor, for the donation and the interruption of your own of your own question. Let's go get it again.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Question. He said, okay, so he downloaded Streamlabs OBS to OBS. He watched that video. Then he says, the streams are performing really good with little to no tax on my machine. However, I noticed that there is a very big delay from my machine to the stream, around 30 to 40 seconds. So it's quite annoying to interact with the chat. Is there any settings to change this, preferably without sacrificing the quality?
Okay. Yes. Well, I'll show you what I know. We're going to go over here into the tutorial, and I'm going to go into my live streaming thing, and we're going to go into stream settings. And if you go down here, you're going to see these settings right here for stream latency. So you've got normal latency, low latency, and ultra low latency. And of course, it's not supported by 14.4 or 4K streams because there would be some suffer of quality. But that's ultra low latency as good as it really gets, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. And it's still, I don't know. I would say 15, 20 seconds delay at the minimum. There's always going to be a delay in the chat, and it's never going to be instantaneous, unfortunately. But, you know, here's the thing. I don't know if you're a sports fan or if you watch any sports, but when you're watching, like, when I watch news channels or sports channels that bring on a guest and they've got the guy sitting in their house with their background behind him and they ask a question and then they wait like 30 seconds for the person to actually pretend that they heard the question and start responding. If CNN and ESPN can't fix the problem, then you're not going to be able to fix it either. You're going to have to learn to live with a little bit of a delay between the time that you speak to your audience and the time that you see their chat comment. The one nice thing, Goltor, I will say, is that when you, as you grow as a streamer and your chats get busier, it doesn't really matter all that much because the chat moves fast enough that you can kind of buy time until it comes up again. So that's really the only saving grace. But yeah, the latency piece of live streaming is definitely something that it takes a while to get used to. So sorry about that. Let's go and well, I'm sorry, but it's really YouTube's fault. So there you go. Let's go get another question. Thank you, Goltor.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. This one is from Robman83.
Well, hello, Robman83.
How do I get a chat box to show my Facebook live chat or comments live on my streaming scene? I know you released a video, but I can't get the stream elements to work.
So how does he get a what?
Chat box to show my Facebook live chat or comments live on my stream.
Okay, so the application that I use, and let's go over here to my main screen. The application that I'm using right here is it's called Twidget, and I think it works the best personally. There's a couple other ones that you can use that add your chat to your screen. What is it? Streamlabs has one, and I believe there might be one in Stream Elements as well. I never found those to work particularly well. If the video that you watched was Twidget and you still can't get it to work, that means that you're broadcasting not to your Facebook page, but you're broadcasting to one of the Facebook groups. That it's not a page that you own. And I don't know of any of the chatbots that work in Facebook groups. They only work directly on the Facebook page that you own that's in your name. So I don't have a solution for you, unfortunately, but the best solution is definitely Twidget. And if that's not the video that you watched, Tech Examined will drop a link to the Twidget video in the chat so that you can go ahead and check that out. Because it's awesome. It's absolutely this thing right over here. That is such an awesome tool. So definitely check it out. Let's go see where we're at on the questions.
Okay.
All right, babe. How many questions?
Okay, we are on 40 of 49.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and close down our question form, and I'm gonna do that right now.
You don't want to give any leeway? You don't want to give any? No, you're
Nope,
done?
we're
Okay.
good.
Okay.
We're good. There we go. The question form has been closed, and because we still have some, and we can have some fun here. I think we've had this is longer than the question form has ever been opened. 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So we're whipping through them. We're not having as much fun as we should be having. So I think it's time to take a little bit of fun and
take a fun break.
have it. Take a big breath of fun, and just drink it in, man. Just drink that fun in.
That's right. Drink it in. Drink it in on a
Yes.
Wednesday.
We're gonna have a funsicle right now, man. So what's the next
Funsicle?
question, dude? Yeah,
That
funsicle.
sounds fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
funsicle. It's like a big popsicle, but different. You just suck on it and have fun. It's great.
Okay, well,
So it's a funsicle.
it's a funsicle.
Dude, I don't know what they're putting in my funsicles, but they're off the chain, baby.
Off the hook.
Yeah. All right, so what's the next question, Dan?
The next question comes from G902.
G902. Bingo! Oh, sorry. I got excited there. By the way, the question closed thing. I want to show you this one more time. This one was created by Trevor Bagnell. It's epic. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, come on. How epic is that? Dude, that is epic. Okay, so let's get Bingo's question.
Okay. Bingo. Okay. Okay. Hi. It says it's about SnapCam. How to fix lag on SnapCam while playing heavy games on live stream. Without playing games, the SnapCam apps run smoothly, but when playing games, it starts to lag on SnapCam. GPU is 3080, CPU is i9.
Oh, good. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Well, so you could try a 3080 Ti or a 3090, but once you get past that, you're kind of out of luck. I think you should be super duper triple mega thankful that you were somehow able to get a hold of a 3080 personally. But the other thing that you could do is add a second video card to your system that can do some of the offhanded tasks. Doing stuff like this while you're playing high-end games is going to be probably a little bit of a problem, especially if you're using some of the more difficult faces like this one right here, or some of the more difficult faces. This one right here is definitely going to cause problems when you are when you're playing heavy games. And the reason why is because these use a whole heck of a lot of processing power from your GPU, which obviously is being used by the game. The other thing that you might be able to do is turn down the resolution or turn some of the features down on the game to give your GPU a little more room to operate your face cam, and that would be my other possible suggestion. Unfortunately, it would be practically impossible for you to go out there and find another 3080 to add as a second card in your system, and I'm not totally certain that it would be able to do it. Digital Squirrel says that you need a 3090 Ti. Well, the fact that he got his hands on a 3080 is like a miracle of modern science. I am so bummed I cannot get a hold of anything. But thank you very much, Bingo, for the question. I really do appreciate it. I wish I had better answer for you. But this is like a really super intensive process for your GPU. And if you're running a super intensive game, unfortunately, that's what you're gonna run into. So, what are you laughing about? Something funny over here.
Sorry, you call him Bingo.
Well, what was his name?
G902.
Oh, yep. Isn't that the Bingo number?
Oh, no, it's not actually.
G902.
902 is not a bingo number.
Is that? What? So
I'm
maybe
crying
you know
here.
what? You know what he's doing?
What?
He's missing the other two digits.
Well, he is, but
Yeah. Because
I
it
don't know how
could
many
be
people remember that show.
90210. Could be
10.
G 902. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Yeah. See, there, Fiveable gets it. I think we'll just call him Bingo. He hasn't said anything in the chat, so that must be cool.
Must be cool.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's roll with it. Let's
All
get
right.
to the next question, babe.
Okay, next question comes from Ray MacArthur.
Or he's representing the 902 area code. That's possible.
It's possible. It's possible. I don't know. It did say there was a comment that he said he was from Brunei, so I don't think
Oh.
he's in the States. But
Yeah, but I like Bingo. I think it's better.
I think yes, it's cute. It's cute.
I take a lot of pride in my nicknames, and that one is epic. So
Yes,
that
you
made
do.
Monica. That one made Monica cry. It's a
Oh, yeah.
keeper.
Yeah, that made me laugh so hard.
Hopefully he's all right with it. We love you, man. Let's get another question, Pumpkin.
Okay. Okay, this one is from Ray MacArthur. Saying tips on using OBS to StreamYard for a church broadcast. Used StreamYard for the past 2 years to do YouTube and Facebook.
So tips to OBS to StreamYard. Well, the one thing I don't know for sure is whether StreamYard. Oh, let's go. Yep, we're just flipping around. I don't know if StreamYard will take an NDI input. If it does, then you should watch one of my videos on adding guests that shows you how to use NDI, and then you can basically send an NDI signal of your video and audio from OBS into StreamYard if it uses it. If StreamYard does not use NDI, then the other way that you're going to do it would be to go and start your virtual camera. Then you go into StreamYard, drop down your camera, select your virtual camera, and it will be right there. You add it. The problem with that is that then you have to download all these convoluted programs in order to get your audio from OBS into StreamYard. So the easiest way to do it is with NDI. If you are interested in how to install NDI and use it with OBS, and if I'm being honest, I can't tell you that it definitely works because I don't know if StreamYard accepts. Excuse me. I don't know if StreamYard will accept NDI, but if you, Michael, could you just drop the most recent video I did on adding guests in OBS, and I believe that will help this gentleman to do the NDI stuff. And now I'm going to go over here and, remind me if I don't take my cough button off, but let's go get another question.
Okay. This question is from Greg Horvey. Oh, having a coughing fit over here. Sorry, guys. Greg Horvey asks, what is a good way to have many guests like playing D&D? Is it to use StreamYard or Melon app, or is there a more direct way, bless you, more direct way via OBS? And hold on, there is a follow-up question to that.
Yeah, you're going to have to read that again.
I know. I know. Do you need me to reread this question? Are you okay? You're good? Okay. The follow-up question to that is, with the D&D idea with many people, what if I wanted to also share another camera looking at my 3D printed minis and battle map?
Okay, so this is a good question. I really like it. Unfortunately, I don't have a new I don't have a new video on this product, but there is a product out there called Video Ninja where you can add people from all over the country and actually control and organize them and how they're going to be on your stream. It's really, really cool and easy to use. I will be doing a video coming up in about 2 weeks on my channel on Video Ninja. It's going to show you everything that you need. Excuse me. You can also easily add a second camera to your live stream so that you can have a shot of the actual game board. And Tech Examined is going to drop a link down in the chat to how to add a second camera to your live stream in OBS, and that'll help you out. Let's go get another question. All right.
Okay, and this question.
Oh wait, hold on. The question form is closed. That decided to pop in again because that's fun. Anyway, well, I just want to thank Trevor for that because it's epic.
It's very cool.
It is. Are you choking
cool.
too, honey?
No, I'm good. I'm good. We have another question from Aussie Wheels.
Well, hello, Aussie Wheels.
They say they've been watching you for a few weeks now. So he's very interested in what you've got going on here.
Oh, awesome.
Okay. I have a problem with my audio. I'm a Twitch streamer and I have friends and sometimes invite people in Discord.
Well, that's a unique thing. He's a Twitch streamer and he has friends. It's not usually a normal combination.
Well, you get all kinds in here.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I know. Okay. And sometimes invite people in Discord, but the problem I currently have is I can hear everyone on Discord, but no one on Twitch can hear anyone on Discord. I'm using a Wave 3 mic from Elgato.
Okay. So I'm assuming that he wants to add people on Twitch to he wants to be able to have the people on Discord heard on the stream. In order to do that, Michael Tech Examine is going to put a link in the chat to a video that I just did on a plugin that lets you separate out your audio and actually add the Discord audio into your live stream. It's pretty freaking awesome. You're going to love it. So, can you add that video in there, Michael, to the separate audio video?
Yep, 1 sec. I just got booted, but I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good. So I think Trevor must have booted him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got booted out of your YouTube.
Ah.
I got it.
All right. So, yeah, Michael's going to drop that link in there. And let's go on to the next question, Pumpkin.
Okay. Next question is from Jacob Wilkinson Hall again.
Hello, Jacob.
He says that Video Ninja does not support my phone. Do you have any others?
Video Ninja doesn't support his phone. The only reason why I could think of that is because the cameras are set up differently. Because Video Ninja is just a website that you load up on your phone. In fact, let me kind of show you guys. I'll walk you through it real quick, if I can get it up. That didn't come out right. Let me go over here to the main screen. And so Video Ninja is just a website that you bring up on your phone and you select, move my camera. So it's a website. As long as it can communicate with your camera because you let it communicate with your camera, it shouldn't matter what kind of phone you're using, it should work. But I could be wrong. And if I'm being honest, I don't know of a lot of other alternatives besides DroidCam that you could use to do it. So I would play around with it. And also, Video Ninja is free and it's made by a developer. And if you go down into it and you find the contacts, maybe message them and say, hey, I have this phone. It doesn't work. Is there any chance it can be integrated? Just ask them the question, because the guy really wants to provide that service and he wants to do it for free. And so maybe he can actually add the type of phone that you're talking about into one of the ones that can be used. So give that a shot. And make sure that you're using the right browser. Yeah, use a different browser. I see Greg mention. It could just be that you're using, you're using Firefox or you're using Safari. And I've used Chrome and it seems to work okay. So give that a shot and let's go get another question.
Okay.
All right.
Next question is from Jim.
Well, hello, Jim.
Saying, do you have any way to read comments from multi-streams, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, in one?
Yes.
You can put all those comments into one.
Yes. Yes, the way to do it is the way that I do this right here. And it is called Twidget. Let me go over to my tutorial screen and show you. So basically this, right now, I'm only streaming to YouTube. But if I click stop and then start, you can see I can do YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch all at the exact same time. And they will all show up in my chat just like that. And this does actually a whole heck of a lot more than just that. If I go back to my main screen, I can select any one of the chats, like Robox Piggy King says he has a question. Well, sorry, Robox, but you'll have to wait until next Wednesday to come on out and ask a question because the form is currently closed. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you. So there we go. It's official. The reason why is because, you know, it's getting really, really late for us, and we've been on for 2.5 hours already. So there you go. But anyway, let's go ahead and hopefully that answers your question. Twidget is awesome. Just be aware, if you are one of those folks that is streaming to Facebook groups and not your own Facebook page, this will not aggregate your Facebook stuff, but it will do Twitch and YouTube without fail every single time. It works absolutely fantastic. So let's go get another question.
Okay, we have a follow-up question from Sonu.
Well, hello, he's so new.
So new. Yes. So he's saying that the question he asked was incorrect last time. He says, which is the best audio output for live stream in OBS?
I don't know. There is only one. When you, I don't know. Let's go over here, see if I can fumble my way through figuring out what he's asking. What is the best audio output? Yeah, I don't know. There's not a specific audio output in here. I use 160. You know, you don't need to go any higher than that. I don't really know. That's you know, 160 is what I use. So hopefully that answers your question, because I don't know what else. You can't like select an audio output. Whatever you put in the OBS streams out through the stream. That's the output, is the stream. So I must be confusing your question or not understanding what you actually want. So sorry if that's the case, but yeah, I think there might be a little bit of a language barrier there. All right, babe, what do we got?
Okay, we have, this is the second to last question. We have 2 questions left. This one is from Darth Fergalicious.
Nice. Now that's a handle, Darth. Welcome, my friend, and thank you for the question.
Do you prefer Streamlabs OBS or OBS Studio?
What? Have you spoken to me?
Do you... Oh, I'm sorry for challenging you, Darth. Tis not I.
Darth Fergalicious he's perpetrating a Darth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, somebody who has a question.
You shouldn't be perpetrating a Darth.
No. Shouldn't be. He must be the master of his Darthness.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so what was the question? Because I totally missed that.
Yeah,
Darth.
it appears you did. Do you prefer... Are you ready there, Darth?
I think so. I'm just checking out my headphones. Look pretty good with headphones on.
Do you prefer Streamlabs OBS or OBS Studio?
All right, let's go over here. And let's go over here, actually. And then I will remove this face so that you can take me seriously. Okay, so OBS Studio is a much better application. It's not that Streamlabs OBS is a bad application, but it is not optimized for live streaming in the way that OBS Studio is. So the second that you switch from Streamlabs OBS to OBS Studio, you are going to notice that your computer runs a lot better. You have all this extra things that you can do in OBS because it's a much tighter program. It's much more compact. Streamlabs is not focused on efficiency. It's focused on simplicity. So they added all this extra stuff on top of the OBS package that really just uses a whole heck of a lot of clock cycles and stuff. So you really need a pretty powerful computer to be able to successfully live stream any kind of dynamic stream with Streamlabs OBS. Whereas I'm using, a 6-year-old PC with a 970 in it, and I'm using OBS Studio, and it's not a problem at all. So there you go. Hopefully, and Dimebag makes a good point. There are browser-based applications out there that if your machine is really struggling to produce live content and you just want to go live and have some fun, something like Streamlabs Melon or StreamYard or Restream are fantastic alternatives, and there are links in the description down below if you want to go ahead and check those out as well. So yeah, Stream Elements is not really helping us out. They must have changed the length of chat, because now Stream Elements is splitting that link into two different comments. Yeah, we have to fix that. I apologize for that, because they didn't change it. We changed the link. We got a new form tonight, and the form link is longer. And you know what? I blame Monica's sister. So, uh-oh. There's going to be an attack of the Dusty. We got to flip over to the other one.
Yep.
Look at him. Look at him. He's eyeing her up. He's like,
He's here.
Where's my stuff?
I know. I think he's probably hungry again. I know. We'll be done soon. We have one more question. Okay.
Damn cat.
Are you ready? I know. He couldn't wait like 5-10 more minutes. Okay. Are you ready for the last question?
I think so.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready to ask the last question.
All right.
Okay.
You go, girl.
Okay, it is from DJ Jacob, aka Jacob Wilkinson Hall.
Well, hello, Jacob.
He says, "Is there
greetings
any free DJ software I can use? I live stream."
I'm not aware of any DJ software because I don't DJ, but there are probably forums out there that have DJ software and that sort of stuff that you could probably check out. Go to the forums or go to some Facebook groups and see what those guys say. I'm willing to bet that there is some sort of free software out there that can help you DJ and do your thing without too much of a problem, but I don't personally know of it because I'm not a DJ. Maybe it's something I need to look into so we can do some videos on free DJ software. But I know that's kind of like a big thing right now in live streaming, is doing the DJ thing. So I'm willing to bet there's some kind of software out there. If you check on DJ forums, or maybe go to Reddit and check DJ forums there, somewhere somebody's going to be able to show you. In fact, look at that. Virtual DJ is what I use weekly to run professional karaoke and DJ shows. And Dimebag, is virtual DJ free? I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's worth it to pay a little bit of money to get the right piece of software too. Just always keep that in mind. I go out of my way to do everything I can to bring you guys free solutions to everything. But sometimes the free solution is more of a pain in the butt than just paying a couple of dollars and getting the something that's not free but works. So always keep that in mind. If you get something free and you spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours configuring it and it still doesn't work right, and you have to do this and you have to do that, your time still has value. So you'd be better off paying the $22.99 to get whatever else and and make it work right. Otherwise, what's wrong with Media Player? No, that's Dimebag's comments. Otherwise, what's wrong with Media Player? Media Player is free. So there you go. All right, well, let's go get another question here from the Monica Question Cam.
Unfortunately, there are no more questions.
What do you mean there are no more questions?
Okay, well, you know what? We had this wonderful overlay for no questions closed that you proudly showed to everyone. So there are no more questions.
So you're saying it's Trevor's fault?
Maybe in a roundabout way, yes.
Is
But
Trevor who closed the questions? I don't know why Trevor would do that. I thought Trevor was my friend. Oh my goodness! I've been betrayed by Trevor and his screen to close the questions. Why, Trevor? Why?
Well, you do know that you were the one who used the screen to close the questions. He provided the screen. You used the screen.
I don't know if I did. I don't remember doing that.
I think you did. Is it your short-term baby memory?
It could be. I don't like this. It's not nice to close out the questions with such a beautiful form. Look at it. Oh my gosh, it's so epic.
It is
Look
epic.
at it. Look at the form. Look at it. It's so epic, but yet so sad.
That's right. That's right. That epic screen means the end of the questions is near. And unfortunately, it is the end of the questions.
I don't like it.
I know.
I don't like it. We should have got more members tonight too, because we didn't get to listen to good music a lot.
Not a lot,
Is that Trevor's fault too?
but some. I'm afraid that is not Trevor's fault.
Oh, hey, there he is. Irvin's in the house. Irvin's in the house. What's it say?
It says, Irvin, figured out it was me looking out for you. Be lurking around when I can. Love you, man. It's awesome to see you hanging out. And by the way, it's not Trevor's fault. Okay, it's Monica's. I just want you guys to know we cannot blame the amazing folks that watch our content. We have to blame someone else. And we live in a country now and in a world and in a society where the actual best thing to do is to blame someone else. So that's what I have to do. And I think it's Monica's fault that the questions are closed. So what do you guys think?
You know, last week it was Michael's fault. So now this week it's my fault. So eventually it'll come back to you.
I don't think so.
Somehow.
It can't be my fault.
It can't be your fault.
I'm just the talking head moron here, you know? I'm lucky if I can figure out how to push the buttons. You know this. Hey,
Sometimes
babe.
you get it right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do stuff right. Yeah.
Most of the time he doesn't.
We can hear you, but thank you.
All right, harassment off.
Hey, baby. So, stream's over now. It's time for me and you to, get together. What? You took your hearing aid out? Is this a charade? Sandy says it can't be Monica's fault. Sandy
Thank you.
W159.
Thank
So
you,
who does Sandy's think it is? Whose fault does she think it is, man?
Oh, is that a polling question? Whose fault is it?
It's not my fault. I'm too pretty for that kind of stuff. You can't blame me for stuff that happens.
Yeah, maybe it is your fault that we closed the phone.
No. You know what I do? I blame it on the rain, man. It's always the damn rain. It's probably the cold weather and the snow. The cold weather and the snow.
Blame it on the rain.
Oh, man. Oh, well, it's been awesome. It's been an absolutely awesome night, guys. I really do think that we had a lot of fun tonight. Hopefully you guys did. We had some absolutely fantastic questions, which is always good. What do you think, hon?
Yes. We did have some good questions. We always have good questions.
Kurt wants to know who pushed the question closed button too, honey. I just told you, Kurt, it's her fault. Yep.
It is not my fault. It is not my fault. Sometimes
Aussie
it is
Wheels
my
says
fault.
it's always Monica's fault there, so there you go. Irvin the Paid Tourist says it's never Monica's fault.
It's never
It sounds
Monica's
like there's
fault.
a fight.
Thank you, Irvin.
Oh man, look at that. It's Bingo's fault. See, G902 is here, and he has a sense of humor. I love you, G92, or Bingo, okay? Yes. And you know, that's even funnier because I had no idea it was GEE902. that makes Bingo even better because I'm a moron. That's awesome. All right, Dave, it's time for us to get out of here.
I think it is.
Thank you,
On that
G92, for making Monica cry. That was epic.
Oh yeah, that was epic. I don't cry often on stream, but that one made me laugh so hard.
Kurt's still defending you. You don't have the button box in front of you.
I don't have the button. I don't have control of anything.
You're
Except the
totally out of
question.
control, man.
Reading the question.
Totally.
Yeah,
She's totally out of control, guys.
totally.
We love you. All right, hon, save your goodbyes so we can get on out of here.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It was great. The questions were great. We had a lot of fun. We hope to see you back here next week. Bring your questions. The form will reopen next week, so you got to come back next week to ask your question. But we will be here for another couple hours next Wednesday, so bring it on back. We'll see you then. Good night, guys. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Have a great day. Bye, guys.
Thanks, honey. Oh, man. This was a really fun night. I know we had a lot of questions and we whipped through them really fast. And I absolutely love to do that. But sometimes it's nice to blow off some steam and just have a little bit of fun. So thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I really do appreciate it. As I always say every single week, I chose to do this YouTube thing because I spent my life in an office every single day doing the exact same thing, and I couldn't tell you by Friday what I did on Tuesday because I could never remember anything. Everything all mixed together, and it never made any difference. And now that I do this, I kind of have a philosophy that says that you should try to do something nice for someone else every single day to make each day memorable if you possibly can. If you're working a 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with that. Just take the time out of your day to try to do something that makes it memorable so you remember what you did that day. And the best way to do that is something nice for somebody else because it's going to make your day and it's going to make their day. And if you could do that, we make the world a better place. And nobody else is going to make the world a better place for you. You gotta be the one who tries to give back. I try to do that every single day when I work on these videos so that we can help you guys become better live streamers. Thank you so much for your time and your love. I really do appreciate it. It has been an absolutely awesome stream. I will see you next week at 8 o'clock on Wednesday night, and that is Eastern Standard Time, the only legitimate time zone. We love you guys. If you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks that can help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. Supporting the sponsors helps me keep the lights on here so I can continue to make content that helps you. And I couldn't possibly do this without them or you. So thanks. My name is Michael Fire Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.